Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to my sewing room. If you are out there watching, just say hello in the chat and tell me where you're from. Love to just say hi to you. Um, Let me introduce myself. I am Lisa, the owner and designer of Pink Holly Bush Patterns, a line of children's sewing patterns, most of which include an option for smocking, and most of which include our design for knits. And I am here in Connecticut. In case you're interested in that, it is a rainy, dreary day, and we are losing our snow because of the rain, so that's kind of good. But yeah, it is kind of a gray day outside. I do want to apologize if you tried to be here last week and I wasn't here. I actually was, but there was this wonderful little setting that I didn't notice, and it was set to private. And so even though I was here and I'm talking away and I'm wondering why no one is joining me, yeah, it's because they couldn't. So I do apologize for that. Robin, hi, and you are from Nebraska. So is it cold in Nebraska right now, or kind of in that middle? We're like I said, we have rain. It's not cold enough to be snowing, so it is rain, which is nice. But so let me dive in. I am going to kind of, this is the fourth week I've done this, and I'm going to catch up a little bit on some of what I talked about previously. But if you didn't watch those, don't worry, it doesn't matter. I'm just kind of sharing what projects I'm in the midst of. And so I'm following up on some of the projects that I mentioned a few weeks back. And also going to tell you about an upcoming workshop for Pink Holly Bush. And it's in the 60s. That's nice, but windy. Yeah, that wind can be hard. And I do recognize Robin has already signed up for the workshop. So I'm glad to see you, Robin, and thank you for signing up for the workshop. So let me dive in and talk about some of the things I already have spoken about in the past. So the first thing I want to let you know was my Simplicity top. So if you were with me, I am working on this for myself. It's Simplicity 9470. And I'm glad you're excited, Robin. Thank you. It actually is on hold right now, although it's coming along lovely. I need a zipper. I know. The things you forget about, right? And my Joann Fabrics, which is the only place I have to get zippers, is kind of a haul from me. So this weekend I will get there, but I haven't been able to do that. So this has been on hold. So with that, let me talk a little bit about smocking, and then I'll get back to maybe another project for myself. So I had mentioned that I was making a sunshine sundress for my granddaughter because we're going to be down in Florida. And this is the plate I'm smocking. It's olive flutter. So I almost have it done. There you can see. And let me just talk about this a little bit. I mentioned before, this plate is kind of a little bit bigger than the area that the Sunshine Sundress allows for it. So what I did was I eliminated this smocked row at the top and the bottom, and then I just squished the cable rows closer in. So I didn't change the butterflies at all. I didn't mess with that. But if you can see, I've put the cable rows right up against my piping. And hi, Deborah, for Celsius and windy in Ottawa. Yep, I know where you are in Ottawa. I grew up in Buffalo, so I'm familiar with Ottawa. And okay, Deborah's saying, is there no video yet? Can you not see me now, Deborah? I'm hoping you can. I hope we're not having more technology problems, but maybe we are. Hopefully, it's coming through. Um, let me know in the chat if you can hear me or if not. But at this point, I'm just going to keep talking because, yeah, I can't. I won't be able to check on it until afterwards. So hopefully, it's recording and you can see it. So I can see myself. But that doesn't necessarily mean you can. I realize that. But let me just keep going along here. So what I'm getting here is, hi, Lisa. I can hear and see you. Oh, thank you, Terry. And Robin can see me just fine as well. Great. Okay. If you're on my email list and you've got my email this morning, you know I've been having technology problems. So I'm glad you guys could see me. So back to my little butterflies. In the pattern for the Sunshine Sundress, it has you put the piping right along the top row and the bottom row, but then it has this row, your cable row, removed from the piping. So what I did was I smushed it right up against the piping, and that way it all kinds of fits. So this is the, I'm almost done with that. This is going to be fabric for the little dress. This will be the lining fabric. And hopefully I will get that done. The other thing with this I did want to talk about is, some people like to construct their dress first and then do the smocking. And some people like to do the smocking and then construct the dress. And there's no right or wrong to that. You can do it either way. It's strictly on your preference. My preference, as you can see, I haven't constructed the dress. I prefer to do the smocking first, just so I can manipulate the piece that I'm working on a little bit better and just get my hands around it. But there are many times I do the dress first. For my granddaughter's Easter dress, I'm doing her bishop. It will get completely constructed, and then I will do the smocking, strictly because of the time period. I've got to sew it next week, and then we're going to Florida, and I'll take it with me so I can smock on it while I'm down there, and I'm not really going to get back until very close to Easter. So that's just how it's going to work out. But I did want to just address, you can do it however you like it, and you find it more easier and more convenient. Okay, let me look. Deborah, okay. Deborah, unfortunately, it's not working and she can't. Deborah, I don't know what's going on. Rhonda, welcome. Oh, good. Deborah reconnected. Sometimes, right? That's just what you need to do, and then it works. I'm glad you are able to join us, Deborah from Ottawa, and welcome, Rhonda. Okay, let me keep going with smocking. I mentioned my granddaughter's Easter dress. So let me bend down here and grab the things. Last week, when you couldn't join me, right, I had 3 different checks. I did settle on using the violet check. Hopefully you can see there's the checks. The reason I'm going to go with the violet is I found out from my daughter that purple is her favorite color now. Didn't used to be when she was a kid, but now, it's 30 years old. She said purple, not that she wants to wear it, but she said it's her favorite color. So I'm going to make my granddaughter's dress out of this. She'll be glad that, Nia's in purple. I also like the idea of doing this because I want to smock bunnies. So the brown bunnies, I can do green grass. I want to do some little orange carrots. So I think that'll all look good on the purple. So let me show you smocking plates because they just came. By the way, last week I did mention 2, if you're looking for bunny smocking plates, there are 2 free ones. And those are in the links to last week's video if you're looking for either of those. These plates are all cross-eyed cricket that I have. I just kind of tend to gravitate towards those. So This one's Easter baskets. And I sent pictures of these and asked my daughter which was her favorite. I really like this one, but she wasn't as crazy about it. So this might be maybe another Easter, but so it's not going to be this Easter. But that is, you can see Easter baskets if you're looking for it. Then I got this one, which is Bountiful Blossoms. And part of the reason I got this one is just, you can see this is a bishop design. So one of the things that's a little bit confusing about the cross-eyed cricket plates, some of them come with both a straight and a bishop, but some of them don't, and they're not really good about letting you know whether it has both or not. And then the other one I have is this one, which is Brown Bunnies. Now, it turns out that my daughter liked this one the best, and they're kind of, we want baby bunnies. So that's good because Nia's only 15 months. So this will be a good year for baby bunnies. But as you can see, this is a straight plate, and I want to do a bishop. And I didn't know until the plate came in today's mail that, yes, it does come with the bishop design. They've just, this will fan out more rather than the straight row across. But so what I think I am going to do is kind of put these two together. So let's start here. I like this design part at the top, so I think I'll do that around the bishop, but instead of making this blue and doing little blue flowers, okay, can you see that? Yep. I will make that, a little bit darker violet than the dress, so that stands out. And then I'll put the little violet flowers on the bunny's neck rather than blue ones. But then I thought I would use this design, this part of the design, and put these little bunnies where these little bunnies are. Okay. And then in this in-between part here, rather than putting the little flower, that's where the little carrot is going to go. And the carrot is from this. So this is Bunnies in the Carrot Patch. This is one of those designs. If you're a Saga member, you can get this. It's been reprinted in the last few years, and I tell you about that in the previous video. So you can go on the Saga website and download it. But I realize this is in black and white. It's hard to sort of see, but these at the top here are little carrots, and the way they're done is just a little orange bar and then 2 lazy daisy green leaves. So, and these little bunnies actually have carrots in their mouths. You can't see that part, but so what I'd like to do is put right in here, instead of a little flower, put those little carrots. I think that will be, I always mess with it. I never do it just the way it is. The other thing I wanted to do with the bunnies, you can't sort of see, they do have little white tails on them, but because it's on a white background, you don't really see the white tails. Now you'll be able to see it, on my check. So I'm happy about that. But I think what I will do is, rather than just doing smocked tails, I think I'm going to do a turkey work tail. Turkey work is where you do the loops and then you cut the loops and you brush them. And it makes a really cute, you get that 3-dimensional effect. So I have a video on how to do that. And I don't have it in the links below, but I will go back and add it. Robin said they're very cute. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about getting this stitched up so I can start working on it, but I have to finish the butterflies first. Okay. So that is the plans for the Easter dress, and it's set for next week. So let me show you. This is the the smock counter change. Well, let me show it that way. There it is. Tote bag. This is the workshop, upcoming Pink Holly Bush workshop. If you're interested, it will be the Zoom meeting when it kicks off will be March 5th at 8 p.m. The link is down below with all the information about it. But if you are not familiar, this is counterchange smocking. And counterchange smocking is actually, turn it this way, yeah. And there, we try to straighten it out. Counterchange smocking is actually a fabric manipulation technique. You do not pre-pleat the fabric ahead of time. So if you've ever wanted to try smocking, this is a great way to give it like a try. It's not exactly the same thing, but the stitch is very similar. That what you do in smocking, you are gathering the fabric as you go, and it's stitched at a 2-to-1 ratio rather than a 3-to-1 ratio like smocking is. And I just put it in a fun bag because I know not everybody has a child or a grandchild that they're smocking for right now. And this lets you, give it a try. It's a small area to try it all in and just have some fun with. And so that is the counterchange bag. So let me see. I think last one I was going to talk about for myself, and that is don't have a picture of the pattern for you. It's a PDF pattern. And so I am making myself a blouse, trying to think about warmer weather and going down to Florida. And in this Liberty print that my friend Lori gave me, I'll hold it up and let you see it. This is going to be the Anna Allen Anthea blouse. So if you're familiar with that at all, it was very, very popular over on Instagram. There's tons of hacks for it, but it's got a very dramatic sleeve, and that's what everybody, otherwise it's just a button down the front. Part of the reason I've had this beautiful fabric and I wanted to do something with it that Lori gave me. But also, I don't know about you, but, sometimes with your sewing, I love a complicated project where I can really delve in, take my time and work through it. And then other times you just need that really quick, instant gratification sewing. So this is one of those instant gratification sewing projects for me. Part of the reason is the blouse, it has a rounded neckline that's very close, and then it's kind of like an A-line shape. So there was no need to do a muslin. I could just hold the pattern piece up and see I was fine here. And as long as I was fine here, you could tell by the pattern measurements that there's plenty of room in the bust, waist, and hips. So I didn't need to do a muslin. I could just cut it out and go. It's a really quick sew. And so like I put the pattern together one night, I cut it out the second night, and it'll be sewn up in a night or two left after that. So if that is something you'd be interested in, I put that link down there too, and you can go check out that blouse. Okay, folks. Well, let me see if there is to. I think I have covered everything that I have for us for today. I hope I see you on the 5th via Zoom. I would love to meet you and actually see your faces and get to talk to you. So if you're interested in that counterchange workshop, please go check it out. If you would like to see finished photos of these various projects, the best way to do that is sign up for my newsletter. There absolutely will be photographs of the finished baby projects in there. And the second way is to just follow me on Instagram. I always post my finished projects, a photo of myself in it over there on Instagram. It doesn't usually show up in the newsletter because it isn't primarily about Pink Holly Bush patterns, but That's how we do. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I appreciate you joining me and hope you stay warm and you get to do some sewing. Happy sewing.